Now it's Ask the Dietitian with Sally Sawaya from Sally's Diet Right.
Sally Sawaya is here. Good morning, Sally.
Good morning, Gavin.
Very nice to see you. So welcome.
To see you too.
You look lovely today, as always.
So Sally is the nutritionist from Sally's Diet Right, which you can find online, sallysdietright.com or Sally's Diet Right on Facebook. How do you spell the right, Sally?
RITE.
So, welcome. Now, you've come armed with a couple of new surveys. This is new research that you've got.
Tell us about this new research. Something about gaining weight or something?
Yes, if a pregnant woman gains too much weight during her pregnancy, that's more than 15 kilos, then her child is most probably going to be overweight or obese in adolescence.
Wow.
Can you imagine that?
And they've actually proven this, or there's a study that says
it's an association study. It's not causative, but they are more prone to being overweight.
But why is that?
Because eating a lot and gaining a lot of weight changes the chemistry in the mom's body, so the kid is more likely to be overweight.
Could it be that the mom just has a tendency to be overweight and therefore she's passed on the same genetics and then the kid also has that same tendency?
But here they accounted for genetics, so it's nothing to do with genetics.
So it's not genetic.
And it's nothing to do with gaining weight after giving birth, because also the environment at home, it helps kids to be overweight.
Sure, yeah, exactly.
So it's just, this is an independent factor here.
So as always, blame mom. So what else do we have? What other new research do you have?
This one is also, alarming because, Gavin, we are heavier. We have more weight. We carry more weight than we used to be 10 years ago.
Really? I thought we were healthier.
We are we are healthier, but some environmental factors are really against us. So if you have the same diet and exercise now and 10 years ago, most probably 10 years ago, you will be lighter in weight. That's because of stress, lack of sleep, and the pollutants and the drugs, pesticides, the plastic packaging all affect how we process food and store fats.
That's really annoying.
Yeah, and the gut bacteria, I always talk about probiotics and these things.
Yeah.
Even the gut bacteria is changing in a way that helps you deposit more fat.
Oh, really?
So, yes.
Not good.
Yeah, not good news. So we have to work harder to have a fitter body.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. If you have any questions for Sally this morning, 03-887-000 is our WhatsApp number. What would you like to ask Sally Sawaya this morning?
You can tell by the way she walks that she's my goal.
It's Radio 1, it's Anna Naklab, Supergirl. Thank you for your messages this morning. Apparently, awful traffic going in towards Beirut this morning.
Yeah, that's what somebody says this morning. So,
does it say where?
Not sure where from. I'm assuming Jounieh area, Zala, like that whole stretch.
You've suddenly changed. You've suddenly got eyes.
I know.
So what?
Sally's here. She likes to take photos when she's here. So I've been drawing on some eyes on myself.
Yeah, so you now have eyelashes and you have, I can see your eyes.
Yes.
The difference is incredible. So, Sally Sawaya, thank you for your messages for Sally this morning. 03-887-000. What would you like to ask Sally, the nutritionist, this morning?
So somebody's asking about water retention. What's the best solution for water retention?
Drink water.
What is water retention exactly?
Is when your body retains the water that you drink because you don't drink enough. So sometimes the body retains the water.
So you gain weight?
Yeah, of course. But
and
it's
puffiness.
Puffiness
is not nice.
Bloating also. So just drink more water so the water is really processed in your body, and take care of your salt. You should reduce your salt intake. Avoid those chips and crisps and salted nuts and go for...
And adding salt on everything in your meal.
Of course. And just be careful. There are hidden salt in processed food, also in, olives, in soya sauce, in the canned food.
Well, they're evil with their processed foods and the salt. They put loads and loads of salt in. Then to counteract that, they put sugar in. And it just means that you get this amazing taste and you don't know why it's amazing.
It's because there's all this bad stuff
They're
for you.
They're confusing your brain,
yes,
salt and sugar.
Yeah.
So just be careful of your salt and drink more water.
Someone else is asking, do you think that eating carbs directly after lifting weights... Hold on. Do you think we can eat carbs directly after a weightlifting workout, or should we just eat proteins? Do carbs increase muscle growth?
You should eat carbs after your weightlifting session, definitely, because when you are depleting your glycogen stores in exercise, you need to replenish those glycogen stores through eating healthy carbs. Okay. They don't make your muscles grow, neither do proteins. It's about your exercise plan. So you need adequate proteins and adequate carbs as a post-exercise meal in order to enhance the shape of your body.
Okay.
So it's about your exercise, but definitely don't avoid carbs. I'm talking here about healthy carbs like whole grain carbs. I mean that brown bread or whole grain bread or just whole grain cereals. Or put in your salad, for example, quinoa or corn, just to have a source of carbs with your protein like tuna or turkey or crab or something like that.
Someone's actually asking about the difference between white bread and brown bread.
Can we just go back to the other thing?
Which other thing?
When I'm at the gym and I'm always seeing these people with protein drinks, and they drink them as soon as they've done the gym. They drink a protein drink. Is that necessary to have protein straight away after doing the exercises, or can you wait 20 minutes until you get home?
Of course, you can wait 20 minutes until you get home, Gavin, for sure. But that is if you need it. I mean, if you really are an athlete, if you go every day to the gym and you exercise a lot, then you may need a protein shake. But here you can have it with a carb. I do prefer that you have your protein shake with a piece of fruit, for example. You can blend it and have it as a shake with fruits.
But why is it that they have their protein drinks in the gym straight away?
Just showing
It's
off.
a misconception. You actually need the carbs more when you finish. So you need your piece of fruit or a glass of fresh fruit juice just after the gym. And when you reach home, within 2 hours, you can have protein because you need that protein to repair the muscle tears.
So the protein doesn't need to go there straight away.
Exactly. You need the carbs straight away. The protein can wait a bit.
Okay. Anyway, back to your white bread thing.
Yeah, so you were talking about healthy carbs, and so
Yeah.
someone was asking about brown bread and white bread, and what's the difference and what's the effect of both?
Okay, the white bread, we normally don't recommend white bread because they remove the healthy part of the grain while they process it. They remove the outer layer and the germ. These have the vitamins and minerals, and they have the fiber that helps you feel full and helps regulate your blood sugar, helps lower your cholesterol. So the outer layer, the layer of the wheat, is what's important for your body, and they remove it with white bread. So white bread really lacks some vitamins and minerals, and because it doesn't have the fiber, so it helps increase your blood sugar into a spike, and then it will decrease again. So we don't like the spiking in the blood sugar when we have white bread. So that's why we love whole grain.
So you always recommend whole grain bread.
Yes, whole grain or multi-cereal.
They did this awful thing in Britain in the 1970s. Suddenly they started saying that brown bread was like the healthy thing. So white bread manufacturers were putting brown color dye, food dye in their bread, and releasing this new brown bread that tasted like white bread, and people loved it, and they thought, well, we're being healthy, but it wasn't. It was just white bread dyed brown.
Oh, that's
too
terrible.
bad.
Isn't that awful?
Yes.
So we have to make sure it's whole grain bread.
Yeah, it's the whole grain, because even if you get fiber-rich bread, sometimes it's the white flour, they add to it the bran. So it's better to have the whole grain, the grain in its fullness.
So it has to say whole grain on
Yes.
the bread packaging.
Yes.
Okay. Someone is asking if cutting off bread is a good way to lose weight.
You still need to have some bread, still need to, unless you have pasta, brown rice, potatoes, instead of the bread, that's fine. But I mean, you need to have carbs on every meal, in the morning, lunch, dinner. So you cannot cut it out completely. It's not advisable.
Someone else is asking as well, protein shakes while exercising. Do you need one while you're exercising in the middle
This
of
is
your
what
routine?
I was saying.
No, afterwards when you
Just
get home,
after.
you can have it.
Okay. Someone is 20 years old and has really high triglycerides. What should she change in her diet, or he?
So if it's high triglycerides at that age, then definitely it's hereditary. It's in the family. So make sure to visit the doctor. Maybe you need medications if it's that high. But there are some foods that help you reduce your triglycerides. It's you have to go on a low-fat diet. Be careful about the fats and the sugars. So you have to reduce your simple sugars. Make sure that you don't have more than 3 fruits, 3 servings of fruits. Make sure your carbs are brown and distributed throughout the day. So just make sure the combo of sugar and fat are low in the diet.
Another similar sort of question. I work out at night after work. What should I eat? Proteins or a salad? And what should I eat after the gym?
If it's just leisure gym, have a piece of fruit just when you're going out from the gym. When you reach home, you can prepare a salad that has a carb source inside, like brown pasta or quinoa, and add loads of vegetables, and then put a protein source like tuna, salmon, crab, or even cheese, and then you will replenish all your glycogen, as well as it's good for the muscle too.
Okay, one more question. Thank you very much for your questions, by the way, this morning.
Is there any food that helps reduce back pain? Someone is asking what food helps reduce back pain.
When you've got back pain, you're desperate, you'll do anything.
You have to visit your doctor.
Okay, so that's
There's no food to reduce back pain.
No, there are foods that really help if you have like something in your knees or joints. I mean, omega-3 rich food like salmon or nuts like walnuts and
So they
flax
kind of
seeds.
prevent it in a
They
way.
help in a way, but I mean, you have to visit the doctor, definitely.
Okay.
Thank you, Sally Sawaya.
Thank you, Sally.
Welcome.
Sally Sawaya is from Sally's Diet Right. You can find her online, sallysdietright.com or Sally's Diet Right, spelled R-I-T-E, on Facebook. Thank you, Sally.